Hello, hello, hello. Now, I'm not going to go into a great big thing about this because I'm sure those people who have been interested in the fourth generation of Apple Watches will have already watched a number of reviews. I just wanted to quickly give you my experience of this nice piece of kit, which I got actually in Saudi on the day that it was released. I got it as an anniversary present from my wife. Thanks, darling. Um, so I've been using it for the last almost couple of months, and just wanted to really let people know how I have found it. Okay, so the specs of this one, this is the 44 millimeter silver version, of course. Um, this one has 16 GB of memory, which maybe I didn't know it had that until I researched it. The screen is 1.78 inches and it's a 448 times 368 pixels, 326 ppi density. The screen is actually really, really good. This one is the Wi-Fi only, but has GPS and all the stuff that one needs to operate a smartwatch. And the battery, because battery is what I'm going to talk about, is where is the battery again? Here. Oh, I don't see it. Battery is really good, and I'm just looking to see if they're listed it as just saying that it's non-removable lithium ion battery. Look, anybody who has had Android smartwatches will have, and I have had a few. What has been the worst part of to me was the battery life, because really it was getting me maybe 8 hours and then it was off. Now this watch is getting at least 18 hours, almost 2 days, and I'm really happy with it. Of course, this wasn't cheap. This came in at this is, as I say, the Wi-Fi version. This came at when I got it 1700 Saudi riyal. So it wasn't cheap, but I really do think it was worth it. Okay, let's get this thing out of the way first of all. The strap, this silver strap came with it. So, and it's the one that's kind of got the Velcro, and if you can start to see here that it's getting a bit dirty because it's been on my wrist. Not saying that I'm a dirty person, but just with general use, I suppose it's just going to get dirty. These are washable, and I might at some point look. I did hear that in Jarir they've got some non-Apple straps that are pretty nice and a decent price, about 120 odd riyals. So I might have a look at that. Of course, to set all this up, you do need to have your uh, iPhone, of course, and it is via the. Let me just see if I can just show you this, because everything really needs to be via the. And I'll get it here for you. The watch app. I'll just show you how that looks. I'm not sure why they call things complications. What is the anyway? I don't know why they call it. So basically, everything you have to do through the app almost. With you can go into the limited app store and you can choose your faces and stuff like that. Actually, when you have your iPhone, the setup is really pretty easy. It really just sets up very quickly, and also you have to just with your Wi-Fi, it doesn't matter which network you come on. I have two networks, so I've had no problems whatsoever. Everything is relatively easy to set up, and you can change your watch faces if you so like. I'm usually I'm using sorry, I like this one, but it's very bright at night. I suppose I can turn it down a bit. Um, Usually I'm using the this one. I find it is okay, but I like all of them. I just wish there was a bit more. So this is what I'm using. I wish there was a wee bit more choice, but seemingly there is more choice than there used to be. So uh, it's good. Now, of course, when I'm complaining about the brightness, you have here. You see, I can turn it all down at night. I'm just incredibly lazy, so the blackface is better. Now, in theory, this is one of the few faces that I'm not sure if it's meant to, but it doesn't come on when you flick your wrists. All the other ones, or certainly the brightest ones, come on easy enough. So I'm not sure if that's me or not. But everything, including transferring music, which you can do, and I have done, over onto your let me just see, over onto the watch is relatively easy. 16 GB of memory, so you can get a number of songs on there, and it's pretty handy to have, to be honest with you, especially if you have AirPods I should say, and you want to kind of escape without using your phone. If you're in the gym or whatever, yeah, cool, you can do it. And you will see here, this is can I show you here? Was it focusing? So okay, so all right, right. So it's AC/DC. I'm not saying anything else. Oh, hold on. Here we go. So you can flick through. It actually looks pretty cool. So you can flick through your. It's a brilliant album. Puscifer, Money Shot, brilliant. Listen to it. Lighthouse Family, Public Image. So anyway, it's not really a review about my musical tastes. It's really just my experiences with this watch. So I paired it easy with my AirPods, and I'm sure with my AKG, no problem at all. It works out very nice. I mean, the screen is actually phenomenal, and it is bigger than the previous generation's screen, and it's actually really pretty decent to look at and to control. And of course, you can control it with the dial as well, which now gives you feedback, which seemingly didn't before. You can see here I've set it up to kind of do some health monitoring, and it continuously monitoring your heart. This one at the moment is Saudi Arabia. The ECG function has not been released as far as I'm aware. It doesn't. I haven't seen it working here. So we will have to wait. I'm not sure what is going to happen with that. I think it'd be fun to have. I'm not sure why we don't get it, because we're not using it as it's not a 12 lead, 6 lead ECG. It's almost like a 1 lead ECG, so you're not using it to completely diagnose yourself. But anyway, maybe we'll wait and see what happens. So it's great for people who are based in offices, reminding you to stand up, reminding you to move around. Also good for monitoring, of course, your steps, burning your calories, etc. So I wasn't particularly interested in that aspect of it, but to be honest with you, now that I've been using it, let's see if it will give me a heartbeat with just my finger on here. And now that I've been using it, it's now that I've been wearing the watch, I have been using the health app a lot more, and actually trying to get some more steps in my working day. So look, whether you want it for that or not, whether you want it as a fancy watch, it's of course up to you. I have monitoring my sleep as well. I wear it basically all the time. Let me just put it on here. And it charges really quickly. So you know, it doesn't take very long to charge. It's a wee bit annoying about that proprietary charger, which I can't show you. But so let's see. we were going to go for, where am I? What is it that it is there? Oh, the brightness is turned down. Maybe did I turn it down? Oh, let's see if I can do it here. The brightness is turned down. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Brightness. Look, I have really enjoyed using it, and it seems that I've completely went over to almost everything. Huh? How come that's not changed? Let's see. So, right. So it did change there. Sorry. So there you can see on the app that it is measuring my pulse, which was 1 minute ago. And it's pretty accurate. I generally have a lower pulse, and so it's pretty accurate. There you go. Usually I'm in the late 50s, so that's 60 BPM. Notifications, excellent. I would like to see a bit more information in notifications, but still, I really like notifications. So you don't have to pull out your phone all the time, and you can see your emails coming in, etc. Whatever you've got set up on your phone. It seems that I have a lot of apps here. Most of these are notifications. I'm not using. Let's see. What one is this? I don't know what's that one. Oh, this is WeatherBug. Okay. Saudi Arabia. Well, today it's raining, so I mean, usually it's just hotter or oven temperature, but actually it's raining today. So I suppose. But when I'm going on vacation, maybe I'll be able to use it more. We have a wee bit more interest in, so there one can see the WeatherBug. Can you see it? Yeah. Look, the screen is an absolute joy to use, and I really like it. You know, if you can give me a Samsung watch, any smartwatch, I just like them. I really like the idea of them, and they're getting better and better. And the only reason that I got this one was because, well, you know, it was my anniversary, and I have an iPhone 10. Hello. And you of course you need the iPhone to set everything up. Um, that's what you need. It won't work on Android, unlike some Android Wear watches will work. There's the Android Wear app from Apple, so no, you do need an iPhone to set it up. You don't necessarily need to be your own iPhone if it was your wife's or whatever, but you do need it. So wouldn't it be great if you could have this watch and you could download an Android app and it would pair everything? Would be really cool. So I charged this last night and it is on 81%. And of course, with notifications, etc., you'll get a buzzing. And one aspect that I never thought that I would use, but I am using it now with this, is I'm answering the phone, usually from my wife. I'm answering it on here. It's got a speaker, and they say that the speaker on this version of the 4th generation is twice as loud as the last one. So I've been answering her on this. Saves me fiddling around my pocket, my phone's there, and speaking to her on the yeah. So I didn't think I'd be using it. So I'm really kind of becoming futuristic, and have been enjoying that. And I will continue to use it. I really like it. What else can I tell you? What else can I bore you with? Build quality is brilliant, of course, is what you would expect. And of course, you're paying that kind of money. My God. Only because I'm here, I could afford this, to be honest with you. But I was actually considering buying the 3rd generation one until I saw this, and then, you know, maybe this will be, who knows, I'm not be able to afford anymore after this. So yeah, it caught my eye. That's why you know, I like it. The walkie-talkie function, which me and my friend who just bought his couple of weeks ago. We haven't worked out how to use that. I'm not sure how that works, so I'm going to have to investigate it more. But really, as a fitness, as a music, as iPod, really, you can see photo viewers. And I did read somewhere that there's some way that you could, in theory, watch some video on here. I think it'd be very small, but in theory, you could. That's what I read. But it wasn't natively easy. So how you do it, I don't know. But let's see what happens. What's the other thing that is, for the most part, for me, is of course the alarm clock. But I keep it on, as I said, when I'm sleeping. So you can't not fail but to wake up. As I said about the, let's see, let me just show you anybody who's so the watch faces. There's some cool ones, Mickey Mouse if you want, and there's some infograph ones. They're really pretty cool, actually. And this liquid metal one is when you turn your wrist around. Hold on, can I show you any? Let's see. Hold on, no there. Let's see it. This is infograph one. Planets. Sometimes I'm not sure if you flick it. You have to hold on it, then flick it. It doesn't. You'll see. Oh, hold on. Let me. And yeah. So look, can you see here? Because I can't show you on the watch. There's lots of watch faces to change. So let me just show you. I'm going to change it here. So the liquid metal one, which is quite nice. The complications. So here we go. Set as current watch face. And it should be there, is it? Let's see. So you can remove it. Right, let's see. Come on. Be nice. Set as current watch face. Right, so here we go. Can you see it? Liquid metal. I mean, let's see if you can see it there. It's very cool. You should be able to flick through this. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. But look at that. Yeah, it is very cool. They've got a number of these in different colors and kind of like a smoky, hazy one as well. So when you turn it, it moves. See? Without that light shining on top. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, you get the gist. And let me change another one just to see if I can for you. Okay, this is Vapor, which I thought was really nice. Set as current watch face. So setting. Can we see it here? Come on, let's see you work. This is a Vapor one. It should work, he said. Hopefully. This is the flowery one. Don't know what that one is. This one is, I like this, like a spirograph. Nice. Let's go back to the Vapor one. Yeah, there you go. Wow. Look at that. It's pretty cool. And you move it around. Yeah. So, I mean, you get the gist of it, don't you? See that it's moving a lot quicker now than it was before. This one is actually quite nice. Maybe I'm going to try this one. And let me see. Turn the brightness down a wee bit. Oh, not too much. Text size, that's fine. So let's see how that works. Anyway, you get the gist of it. Sorry, like I'm some kind of imbecile. It's pretty cool. I hope they give more watch faces, and or I wish there was more like third-party watch faces or apps on the App Store that you could have a lot of choice. I really like the idea of changing the watch faces every day, so I'm an idiot and I'm easily pleased. So you get the gist of my what I'm trying to tell you. This is the sorry, if you can cycle through the apps on pressing the button on the side, and these are the ones that I've obviously just opened recently. The heart rate, etc., etc. So easy to kind of use. Look at the color on that. I mean, it is beautiful. The color is really, really very, very nice. So that is really my experience with my Apple Watch Series 4 Wi-Fi. I'm sorry if I seem to be havering or raving at some points. But I really enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying using it, and maybe I'm not using it to the best of my abilities, and I'm sure that as there will be a few more updates. Maybe we'll see the ECG, whatever. Hopefully there'll be more apps that will be compatible for me to use. But I just really like using it, so I would recommend it. But I would recommend any smartwatch. So Android Wear, Apple, whatever, because I think they're cool. Okay, so that's it. Any questions, etc., etc., I will do my best to answer them in a timely fashion. But don't ask me anything too technical. At least with this thing, I'm not going to be selling it like I do with most of my stuff. After I say I'm keeping it, then about a week later, I'm going to sell it. No, I'm keeping this one. It was an anniversary present, so what am I going to do? Okay, that's it. Bye.